The cold hum of the alien warship filled the void as Captain Marcus Hale stood motionless on the command deck, eyes narrowed beneath a furrowed brow. The vast viewport before him revealed the endless expanse of stars and the looming silhouette of humanity's last outpost, barely clinging to survival against an enemy that deemed them weak. Humans! The alien general's voice crackled through the comms, dripping with disdain. You retreat, you hide, you fight like cowards. Your kind is nothing but prey waiting to be culled. The words echoed through the chamber, sinking into the heavy silence that followed. Soldiers shifted uneasily around Marcus, their armor clinking in the stillness. Doubt flickered in many eyes, but Marcus's jaw clenched. He felt the weight of defeat pressing down, not just on the fleet, but on his very soul. Lieutenant Aaron, standing a pace behind, glanced at him with cautious hope. Captain, we're all waiting for orders. Do we have one? Marcus's gaze didn't waver from the viewport. Yes. We fight. But not like they expect. His voice was low, calm, unshakable. They think our strength lies in numbers. They believe 1,000 soldiers mean 1,000 victories. They forget that sometimes, one soldier can change everything. Aaron's eyes sharpened. You mean you? Marcus offered no reply, but his fingers brushed the scar that traced his left forearm, a souvenir from a past skirmish, a reminder of sacrifices made and promises kept. The command center buzzed as human leaders debated withdrawal. The alien fleet's overwhelming firepower had shattered previous attempts to hold the outpost. Fear whispered through the ranks, yet Marcus's resolve only hardened. This was not just about survival. It was about proving that courage was more than bravado. A lieutenant approached, tablet in hand. Sir, Intel confirms the alien warship's core is vulnerable, deep in the ship. Disabling it could cripple their entire operation. Marcus's eyes gleamed with newfound determination. Then that's where we hit them. A covert strike. One team, one mission, to sever the head of the beast. The room fell silent. Some faces twisted in skepticism, others in reluctant admiration. The general's mockery had been a challenge, a gauntlet thrown. Marcus intended to pick it up. Who leads? Asked the fleet commander, his voice tinged with doubt. Marcus stepped forward, steady and sure. I will. Aaron placed a steady hand on Marcus's shoulder. We go together. No one left behind. Agreed, Marcus said, meeting Aaron's gaze. This mission requires precision, courage, and sacrifice. We'll move fast and hit hard. The plan unfolded swiftly. A small squad of elite soldiers was assembled, specialists in stealth, combat, and technology. The ship's interior was alien in every sense. Corridors pulsed with organic light, walls seemed to breathe, and the air carried an unsettling stillness. Marcus briefed his team with quiet authority. Remember, we're ghosts. Every second counts. If we fail, humanity's last hope falls with us. As they boarded the shuttle, the hum of engines was drowned out by the pounding of Marcus's heart. Memories flickered, of lost comrades, of a home left in ruins, and of a promise made beneath burning skies, to fight until the last breath. The shuttle's hatch sealed. Outside, the alien general's image flickered across the comm again, voice dripping with contempt. You send one soldier to die. Predictable. Marcus stared out the viewport, the stars stretching endlessly ahead. His lips barely moved, but his words were fierce, burning with unyielding resolve. One soldier is all we need. The alien ship's interior was a labyrinth of shifting shadows and pulsating organic light. Captain Marcus Hale moved silently through the narrow corridors, each step measured, deliberate. Around him, his squad dissolved into the darkness like phantoms, their silhouettes swallowed by the vessel's living architecture. The faint hum of biomechanical systems vibrated in the air, a steady heartbeat beneath the cold steel and sinew. It was a sound that unnerved even the most battle-hardened soldiers. This place was alive, watching, adapting. Status? Marcus whispered into his comm. Lieutenant Aaron's voice crackled softly. All clear so far. Thermal scans show minimal patrols on this level, but sensors are erratic. Something's interfering. Marcus paused, eyes scanning the shifting walls. That interference. It's organic, like the ship's nervous system. We're threading a needle through living circuits. A soft beep echoed in his earpiece. Incoming alert, Aaron warned. Suddenly, the corridor ahead erupted in red warning lights. Mechanical drones, sleek, predatory machines with iridescent carapaces, poured into the passage from hidden compartments. Their whirring blades spun with lethal precision. Contact! Marcus shouted, drawing his plasma rifle. The squad took cover behind the curved walls, returning fire in bursts of blue energy. The air thickened with ozone and the sharp tang of scorched metal. Marcus dove forward, a blade flashing to disable a drone before it could strike. His movements were fluid, practiced. Each action precise, honed by years of combat. Yet beneath the adrenaline, a simmering tension pulled at his focus. He recalled the faces of those lost in earlier battles, friends who had fallen to alien claws and cold strategy. This mission wasn't just another strike, it was a reckoning. A chance to prove that humanity's courage wasn't measured by numbers, but by heart. Split up! Marcus ordered. Find the core. Aaron, cover my 6. The team scattered through twisting corridors, shadows swallowing their forms. Marcus pressed onward alone, senses heightened. The ship's walls seemed to pulse beneath his fingertips, an unsettling rhythm that synced with his own heartbeat. Ahead, a vast chamber emerged, bathed in an eerie violet glow. At its center, a towering crystal throbbed with radiant energy, a living core that powered the entire vessel. The air was charged, electric with latent power. Marcus knelt, examining the core's surface. His fingers brushed against it tentatively. This is it, he murmured. Suddenly a voice, cold, commanding, broke the silence. You are persistent, human! Marcus spun, rifle raised. Standing in the shadows was General Darzal, his alien eyes gleaming with disdain and curiosity. Your arrogance borders on folly, the general continued, stepping forward. Do you truly believe a single soldier can dismantle our might? Marcus met his gaze steadily. It's not arrogance. It's resolve. The general's lips curled into a contemptuous smile. Resolve alone will not save you. A tense silence stretched between them, broken only by the pulse of the core. Marcus's mind raced, calculating possibilities. This confrontation was more than a battle of weapons, it was a clash of wills. Why continue this war? Marcus asked quietly. What drives you to destroy when peace is possible? Darzal's expression flickered, a shadow crossing his alien features. Peace is weakness. Strength defines the universe. Your species clings to sentiment over survival. Marcus shook his head, voice firm. Strength is not power alone, it's endurance, hope, unity. You misunderstand humanity. The general's eyes narrowed. Sentiment will be your downfall. Without warning, he lunged, claws slashing through the air. Marcus dodged, countering with swift precision. Their duel was a dance, brutal yet strategic. The core's energy rippled with each clash, responding to the intensity of their conflict. Amidst the fight, Marcus sensed the core's resonance shifting. His connection to the alien technology, forged through countless hours of study and adaptation, allowed him to manipulate the energy flow subtly. Your ship reacts to emotion, Marcus realized aloud, eyes scanning the crystal. This isn't just technology, it's a living entity, influenced by belief and intent. He channeled his determination into the core, focusing on disrupting its power. The violet light flickered violently, cracks appearing along the crystal's surface. Darzal's strikes grew desperate, fury flashing in his eyes. You cannot win, human! Marcus pressed harder, his voice steady amidst chaos. I'm not fighting alone. Humanity stands behind me, stronger than any army. The core shattered in a burst of blinding light, systems crashing with a shudder that rattled the ship's bones. Alarms blared as the alien vessel trembled. Fall back! Marcus ordered urgently into his calm. Mission compromised. Regroup at extraction point. The squad responded swiftly, converging through the labyrinthine corridors as chaos erupted around them. Drones malfunctioned, patrols scrambled, and the alien warship convulsed under the weight of its failing heart. Marcus's thoughts burned with a fierce hope. One soldier might not be enough to win a war, but sometimes, one soldier could spark a revolution. The alien warship convulsed violently, its core shattered and systems failing in a cascade of sparks and howling alarms. Captain Marcus Hale sprinted down the serpentine corridors, the acrid scent of burning circuits stinging his nostrils. Behind him, echoes of crashing metal and frantic footsteps reverberated like a chaotic symphony of collapse. "Aaron, status report!" Marcus barked into his comm as he rounded a corner slick with alien biofluid. "We're pinned down near the starboard axis," came the strained reply. "Drones are swarming fast, too many for a straight fight. We need an alternate route." Marcus's pulse quickened. The mission's success hinged on escaping with vital intel about the Corps' vulnerabilities. The chaos of the failing ship was both their ally and adversary. "Hold tight. I'm coming," Marcus answered, eyes darting to a maintenance hatch ajar beside him. He slipped inside, the cramped space suffocating, yet offering fleeting refuge. Inside the narrow tunnel, faint vibrations pulsed through the walls, the alien ship's heartbeat faltering under the assault. Marcus crouched, pressing a palm against the smooth surface, attuned to the strange rhythms. "This place, it's alive," he murmured to himself. "And it's scared." Suddenly, a shadow detached itself from the gloom, a figure emerged. Lieutenant Aaron, battered but determined, nodded grimly. "We can't go back. The main routes are blocked. We need to find the emergency evac bay." Marcus's eyes flickered with resolve. "Lead the way." They moved cautiously, every sound amplified, the whisper of displaced air, the drip of alien fluids, the faint thrum of failing power conduits. The corridors seemed to pulse unpredictably, walls shifting like the skin of some immense creature reacting to their presence. As they navigated deeper, Marcus's mind raced beyond survival. He recalled the general's words during their confrontation, the disdain, the conviction that humanity's spirit was fragile and fleeting. But standing here, breathing the same air that hummed with alien technology, and witnessing the ship's organic defenses falter, Marcus knew better. "Strength isn't just raw power," he said quietly, voice steady despite the urgency. "It's adaptability. It's heart." Aaron glanced at him, eyes reflecting the violet glow from the flickering lights. "You really believe we can turn this around?" Marcus smiled faintly, though the line was tight. "I have to." They pressed on, dodging collapsing sections and malfunctioning defense spots that sparked erratically. Suddenly, a deafening roar shook the passage, the ship convulsed again, fissures tearing through the walls. Marcus grabbed Aaron's arm. "This way! Emergency bay should be just ahead!" Bursting into a cavernous chamber, they found the evac bay, rows of sleek shuttles encased in translucent pods, lights flickering as systems struggled to maintain power. "Help me get these online," Marcus urged, pulling out his multi-tool and interfacing device. Fingers flew over the controls, bypassing damaged circuits with practiced ease. A low growl echoed behind them. Marcus whirled. An alien sentinel emerged from the shadows, sleek and lethal. Its eyes glowed with predatory focus. "Cover me!" Marcus shouted. Aaron raised his rifle, firing precise bursts that lit the chamber with blue energy. The sentinel dodged with unnerving agility, slashing with claws that left sparks in their wake. Marcus dodged, slamming a heavy metal panel into the creature's side. "Almost there!" Marcus called, sweat stinging his eyes. With a final beep, the pod hissed open. Marcus yanked the hatch free and shoved Aaron inside. "Go! Get back to the fleet!" Aaron hesitated. "Not without you." Marcus shook his head. "My mission isn't over yet. Someone has to buy us time." Aaron's jaw clenched, but he nodded. "Stay sharp, Marcus." The shuttle launched with a roar, engines flaring as it streaked toward the human fleet. Marcus faced the sentinel alone, hard hammering, not from fear, but from a fierce resolve that burned hotter than any weapon. The alien advanced, but Marcus saw beyond the blades, He saw doubt flickering in the creature's mechanical gaze. "Why do you fight?" Marcus asked, dodging another strike. The sentinel hesitated, as if the question unsettled it. Marcus pressed on, voice steady. "We fight because hope refuses to die. Because even in darkness, we choose to stand." The creature faltered, then slowly backed away, vanishing into the shadows. Alone now, Marcus allowed himself a breath. The mission had cost dearly, but the Corps' destruction had crippled the alien fleet. More than that, it had shaken their enemy's conviction. His calm crackled to life with a familiar voice, Aaron's. "Fleet Command has a new order. They're rallying behind your strike. You've given humanity a fighting chance." Marcus closed his eyes briefly. "Then let's not waste it." As he prepared for the next move, a flicker of understanding settled within him. The war was far from over, but one soldier's courage had ignited a spark that might just light the way. The alien warship's skeleton groaned as its systems collapsed, a symphony of failure echoing through the labyrinthine corridors. Captain Marcus Hale sprinted toward the extraction point, the sharp metallic taste of smoke filling his mouth. Around him, the vessel convulsed violently, flickering lights casting long, twitching shadows that danced like phantoms on the walls. "Extraction in 2 minutes!" Aaron's voice cut through the calm, tense but steady. Marcus's boots pounded against the pulsating floor, a rhythm that matched his racing heartbeat. Each step carried the weight of countless lives depending on his success. His mission was no longer just about survival but the future of humanity itself. The corridors twisted unpredictably, the alien ship's organic architecture responding spasmodically to the Corps' destruction. Panels buckled, and streams of volatile energy hissed dangerously close. Marcus dodged a sudden explosion, debris showering around him like deadly rain. Ahead, the emergency evac bay shimmered into view, half its pods already engaged in liftoff sequences. A squad of alien soldiers materialized from shadowed alcoves, their weapons charging with lethal precision. "Ambush!" Marcus shouted, diving behind a console just as energy blasts tore through the air, sending sparks flying. His rifle barked back, blue plasma streaking through the haze. He counted 5 hostiles, fast, relentless, but disorganized, their confidence shaken by the ship's unraveling state. Amidst the firefight, Marcus's calm crackled. "Captain, Command is mobilizing fleet reinforcements. The Corps' shutdown has fractured their formation. We've got a fighting chance now." Relief surged briefly, but Marcus's focus didn't waver. "Hold the line. I'm covering the evac." Dodging a sweeping laser, Marcus leapt toward a control panel, fingers flying over the interface. His eyes caught the flicker of a secondary lockdown, an automatic seal threatening to trap the evac shuttles. "No!" he muttered, overriding the lockdown just in time as the bay doors slid open with a thunderous roar. Aaron appeared beside him, breath ragged but eyes burning with resolve. "Time to go, Captain." Marcus nodded, pulling Aaron into the nearest pod. The hatch sealed, engines hummed with awakening power, and the shuttle tore free, buffeted by the chaos behind them. Outside, the alien fleet writhed in disarray. Ships veered erratically, systems malfunctioning. The Corps' destruction had not only crippled the vessel Marcus had infiltrated but sent shockwaves through the entire armada. "Fleet Command, this is Captain Hale. Mission accomplished. Corps disabled. Enemy formation disrupted," Marcus reported, voice steady despite exhaustion. A chorus of cheers erupted over the comm for the first time in weeks. Hope sparked within the human fleet. Back aboard the command ship, the Admiral's voice rang with renewed conviction. "Captain Hale, your actions have turned the tide. Humanity owes you its deepest gratitude." Marcus exhaled slowly, the adrenaline ebbing to a simmer. His eyes drifted to the viewport, where the battered alien warship now limped away, its dominance fractured. "Thank you, sir," he replied. Then, quieter to himself, "One soldier, one hope." Later, in the solemn glow of the fleet's command hall, Marcus stood before the gathered leaders and soldiers. The room buzzed with a mix of admiration and awe. "You showed us that courage isn't measured by numbers or weapons," the Admiral declared. It's the unyielding will to stand and fight when all seems lost. Marcus met the eyes of those around him, young recruits, weary veterans, civilians turned warriors. In their faces, he saw a reflection of his own journey, doubt transformed into determination, fear into resilience. He stepped forward, voice clear and resonant. This victory is not mine alone. It belongs to every soul who refused to surrender. We are more than survivors, we are humanity. A ripple of applause swept through the room, growing into a thunderous ovation. Outside, the stars seemed to shimmer brighter, as if acknowledging the indomitable spirit that refused to be extinguished. As the fleet prepared for the battles ahead, Marcus knew the war was far from over. But with unity rekindled and courage restored, humanity had forged a new path forward. In the quiet moments that followed, Marcus found a solitary corner. He touched the scar on his forearm, a reminder of sacrifice and survival. He whispered to the void, "This is only the beginning.